fashion, music, wellness.
And don't forget sex.
Mostly sex.
If it's trending, they'll be talking about it. Trend Radio is right here.
And right now, I'm Anthony Vincent.
And I'm Elise.
And we always have something great to say.
Because it's us. So stay tuned.
You'll be glad you did. Good morning, Elise.
Good morning, Anthony.
Wow, what a interesting month this has been.
Yes. By the way, everybody knows it's still October, so it is National Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Yes, it is.
And it's very, very, very important, especially since yesterday was National Mammography Day.
I had my mammography.
And everybody knows I had mine. Stand up to cancer. Absolutely, ladies, go and get your mammographies. You can't do a better thing for yourself. Right?
That's right.
Especially everybody knows my journey, so make sure you get your mammography. And I just want to give a little woot to Anthony right here for being the best boss ever from Anthony Vincent Salon, all of us at Anthony Vincent Salon, because the 17th was National Bosses Day.
That's right. And I did not get flowers. I was expecting them.
Oh, you know what he got, though? I have to just tell everybody. He got candy. He got lunch. He got lovely cards. He didn't get flowers because flowers die. But he ate the candy, no problem.
And it was good, too.
Yeah.
Thank you, girls.
No problem.
So, being Italian, and
here we go.
those who want to be Italian.
He's pulling out his spoon again. I get scared every time he pulls out that spoon.
No, it is very, very cool to be Italian in so many ways.
Of course it is.
In fact, there's been some research done in this little Italian town about the town's long lifespan. People in this Italian...
Really? Is it a long lifespan they're talking about, or a long sex span?
It's a long lifespan because...
Because they have sex? Because it's all about sex. Our show is about sex.
Sex is rampant in this town. And scientists from San Diego School of Medicine and Sapienza University in Rome have spent the last 6 months pondering over one question. Why do people in the Italian village of Acquaroli live so long?
Because they have more sex than anybody else?
That's what they think.
Is that what it is? Well, we've had these studies. I know I keep interrupting you, but I just can't help myself. We've had studies where they say good sexual behavior and good sexual activity leads to a better lifestyle and a longer life.
Absolutely. And longer and stronger.
Absolutely.
Having sex is like changing the oil in your car.
Yeah, the more you do it, the better it is.
Lubing all the joints.
Because everything works better and continuously keeps going.
That's right.
Yeah. You got to have the motion to keep the motion.
It's the motion of the ocean.
Absolutely.
And they're on the coast, and more than 10% of the people from this little town live for a century or more.
Ay. I have to be honest there, okay? I don't need to be living for 100 years. And the people who lived, okay, for up to 100 this time, look who they got their letter from. Oh. I'm just saying. We are not a political show, but I'm just saying.
Well, in another few weeks, if you finally make your 100th birthday, I'm sure President Trump will send you a letter.
Well, I have news for you. I'm not even close to my 100th birthday. But you know what? I can't wait for him to give you one.
Well, few of these people from this town suffer from any conditions like heart disease, dementia, and in addition, while the women tend to live longer than men in most parts of the world, there was a balanced gender ratio among the people in this study.
But here's what I'm thinking. I agree with you that they're probably having a lot of sex, and it's really, the oxytocin, the dopamine, it's all going to the brain and giving them, everything wonderful. But I'll bet you it has a lot to do with their diet as well.
Oh,
okay?
absolutely.
Because, first of all, I have to say, olive oil. Oh, it's like almost a perfect food. Okay, it's a perfect supplement to anything.
I said lubing your joints. What
Exactly.
better
But olive oil,
lubricant than olive oil
a
can you ask for?
Mediterranean diet is so heart healthy, and it's so good for you, and it helps keep you lean even though you're having these good fats.
That's right.
Exactly. I know I'm right.
And these researchers have come up with a few different theories, just like you said, that they're fans of the famous Mediterranean diet.
Okay.
And they
Olives. Yeah.
I don't know what's in the Mediterranean diet.
Oh my gosh, really?
No.
Okay. So do you want to have, a caprese salad?
Yes.
Okay. That's on the Mediterranean diet.
I always wanted to date with Sandriella Caprisi. She was so beautiful. Just
Okay.
She had this dark
make
hair
you-
and these ice blue eyes, and
I'm going to make you a
such
nice
tan skin.
Mediterranean salad. Okay, you'll love it. It's delicious. It's healthy.
Will
it's
it have
loaded.
rosemary in it?
It will.
Because the people
You
of
love rosemary.
Acerola
I love rosemary.
have an affinity for rosemary.
Rosemary is delicious.
The
I have to tell you though, the baby Rosemary had, not so good. Rosemary's Baby, didn't you get it?
I got it.
666. No, not funny. You didn't have it? Okay.
The most interesting guess that the town folks have got healthy is because of their
Damien?
active sex lives.
Okay. Yes.
No, it's the active sex life. And Elise, I got to go there.
Okay, you should go there then.
Now, sexual activity among the elderly appears to be rampant.
Oh my gosh. So I understand that. I have clients that are older that are just having as much sex as the younger ones.
Really?
Absolutely.
It's crazy, isn't it?
I don't think so. I think it's wonderful.
To me, that's like the biggest ew.
Really?
Yeah.
Ew, yourself.
Yeah.
Ew.
Okay, I guess I just don't see it.
Okay.
Well,
I guess you don't have to.
cardiologist Alan Masil, he told us that maybe living long has something to do with having so much sex. It's probably the good air and the joie de vivre, which means the joy of life.
The joy of life.
Yes.
That is beautiful. And you said that beautifully, I have to say. What a lovely accent you have.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
very
you. Thank you
welcome.
very much. Thank you. Elise, we
Yes, Anthony,
on our show,
I
we
do know.
often talk about sex among older people.
We talk about sex amongst anybody.
That's right here on the radio. But even outside of Acerola, it's happening. According to a study published earlier this year in the Archives of Sexual Behavior, 54% of men and 31% of women between the ages of 50 and 90 in England are still having sex at least twice a month.
Wow.
Now, I find that amazing.
That is amazing. That is
yeah.
absolutely insane. That's great.
I mean finding someone who would want to have sex with someone between the ages of 50 and 90.
Wow. Well, no, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you want to be with somebody anyway. You want to be with somebody that you love or that you lust after.
But between 50 and 90?
Yeah, well, think about this for a minute, though. If you're 85, who are you going after? And you're still, sexually active, you're going to go after somebody in the 80s, 70s, I mean, something like that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Do you think maybe if I moved into one of those adult communities that my sex life would get any better?
Here, I have to just say
85
something.
community.
I have to just say something that's really funny. The look on his face was priceless, and I so badly wish it was being recorded. I think we're going to have to do something about this, but I think we're going to have to start recording our show because Anthony is just too funny to look at.
I have the perfect face for radio.
You do, baby. You do. You have the perfect face for radio.
Getting back to the story, Elise.
Yeah.
The idea that sexual activity could extend your life isn't too far out there.
It's true. I know that it's true because of what it does to you chemically.
That's right.
Yes. Not to mention the exercise is good for your heart. But what the chemicals do to your brain and what it does to your body, it's reactive to goodness.
You
Yes.
keep talking about those hormones and things like that.
Yes.
And, those hormones are produced naturally, but I know how to make a hormone.
I do know that you know this.
I do.
And the worst part about it is that he does this all the time. He gets this whore and then he doesn't pay her. And then she moans. And he's now sticking his tongue out at me.
Elise, sex can improve your circulation. It lowers your stress.
Yes.
It even reduces the risk of hypertension
Yes, it
in
does.
older women like yourself.
I'm not older. I'm younger than you.
Sex educator Betty Dotson, she once even said that her trick to staying young at 85 was frequent masturbation.
Wow. And that, again, that's because of the chemicals that are released when you have an orgasm. Regardless of whether you're with somebody or not, there's a chemical that's released. And that's in your brain. And that's what I've been talking about. And that helps you stay young.
You're right.
I know.
You know, yeah, you're always right.
I know. Thank you. Thank you for putting that on the air, Elsa.
We often hear that debate over what diet provides the secret to longevity, but, maybe it's the sex that's the real fountain of youth.
Well, I think that it's a combination. It's a combination of things. That particular diet happens to be fabulous for you. And it does wonders for your skin and wonders for your heart health and just makes you feel agile. And when you feel good, you look good. So the diet is great. But the thing is that when you're feeling as good as you're feeling, you also want to be with your partner. Or not. Maybe you just want to be by yourself and feel that orgasm. Nothing wrong with that.
And what I found, Italians are very much lovers, very much.
I think that people, it doesn't necessarily matter if you're Italian or not.
They're warm-hearted.
So
They're
I'm
caring,
not
they're giving.
Italian. I'm not Italian, and I'm warm, caring, giving, wonderful.
But I heard every time you're in the bedroom, you're staring up at the ceiling, discussing what color it should be painted. I mean, that's what I hear. I don't know that because I hear stories, at least,
Wow. There's that old Jewish joke about the Jewish couple, and the woman is laying there as her husband's on top, and she's saying, beige. I think I'll paint the ceiling beige. Very funny.
Why do Jewish men die before their wives? They want to.
Okay.
So I hear they're making new boats for Jewish men in particular. There's no motors in the boat. You got a boat that sleeps 6, you got a boat that sleeps 8, who sleeps 10, who sleeps 2. It doesn't go anywhere, but it sleeps 10.
He's going to end up with a dead fish on his porch.
Let's get back to the Italian woman. Now, this is really a tragic story. An Italian woman killed herself after her sex tapes went viral.
Oh, that's really sad.
A beautiful, beautiful Italian girl whose leaked sex tape became the subject of internet trolling.
That's a shame.
Yeah, she killed herself.
But can I tell you something? I don't think that has anything to do with the fact that she was Italian. I think that any woman, if a sex tape leaked out, some don't react as well as others. Kim Kardashian made money, and this woman,
she got
unfortunately,
famous. Nobody knew who she was
exactly,
before her sex
and
tape.
so that was a good thing for her. She was fine with it, and that she made money when it went viral. This woman didn't react that same way, and it had nothing to do with the fact that she was Italian. It had everything to do with the fact that she was embarrassed, and she couldn't live with that.
That's correct.
And that's a shame. I'm so sorry to hear that.
Well, last spring, 31-year-old Tiziana Catone of Naples, Italy, she sent 6 different videos, 6 of them, of her performing oral sex to 5 of her friends who she thought she could trust.
Okay. Let's just back up here for just a minute.
I know.
Who in their right mind would send to 6 different people, 5 different people, even one different person doing anything like that. There is absolutely no reason that you can think you can trust anybody. This is something that we've talked about. We've talked about sexting, okay? This is a very, very bad thing to do. It's one thing if you're with your partner, you're sexting with your partner, you're sending your partner a little video of yourself doing whatever it is that you're doing. That's for you and your partner. You do not send this to your friends. You do not send this to anybody else. You do not send this to somebody that you don't really know, because you and I both know this is exactly what happens.
Exactly. Now, so these were friends that you thought she could trust.
But she couldn't.
The following day, these clips began to appear on porn sites and social media and featured her full real name.
Oh, my gosh.
At one point in the footage, Catone says, "Mi stia facciora il video. Bravo," which translates, "You're making a video. Good." And this line in particular became the subjects of dozens of viral memes, parodies, videos, and even tattoos.
Oh, it's so sad.
That's right.
So sad. I wonder why.
You're making a video. Good. And these are some of the...
But I wonder why one of her friends thought this was a good idea to do that.
Well, obviously they wasn't her friend.
Obviously they weren't, but I just wonder why she... I don't even understand. Why would she send this video to her friends anyway?
I think she was trying to make boyfriends jealous. She was sending one boyfriend a video of her giving oral on another guy, and I think it was 6 different guys that
my gosh,
that she sent to 5 different
well,
other
you know
guys.
What? This particular person who did this,
That was just dumb.
He wasn't thinking in a dumb way. He was thinking, you know what, lady?
I'm
done. Yeah. You're going to cheat on me? Here's what's happening. Here's what's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you're out there. Okay. And she just reacted, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Really badly.
If you're going to do something like that and it's going to leave your possession, just figure people are going to see it.
Absolutely.
But who would imagine it would go viral? I mean, viral.
Must have been a good video.
I looked some of them up. It was.
Was it a good video?
It was good. Yeah. It was
all
good.
right. You see that.
Now, Cantone won a case that forced Facebook to take down some of the abusive online posts. And they had the video removed from search engines. She quit her job, she moved, and she changed her name. But the images and the videos continued to resurface.
Oh, my God.
Her mother said that her daughter was unable to untangle herself from these events.
Oh, that's a shame. She must have really been suffering.
Yes.
She just must have been suffering so badly.
Yeah.
What a shame. I'm so sorry to hear that. But I have to tell you, that is a lesson well learned. People, listen to this. That is really important. Don't get yourself involved in something that stupid.
That's right.
That was a big error. Big error.
And, she tried 2 previous suicide attempts before, but finally she did take her own life while staying with her mother at home. And I wonder how anyone can be so fierce, how to rage against a girl, who hasn't done anything wrong.
Well, you see, that's where you beg to, differ. You have a different opinion. Some people might have felt that it was wrong, like the boyfriend that she sent it to, and that's the shame of it all. She didn't send it. She shouldn't have sent it to anybody. But the fact that she sent it at all, it got in the wrong hands, and this person thought it was wrong and did something about it. And probably made some money on it, too.
Yeah.
Made some money on the girl's life. What a shame.
I'll
so sorry to hear that.
I'll bring you to these video sites.
Okay.
Many of them have been taken down. There were 6 videos, and there's only 1 or 2 that are left that
That's
do
a
keep
shame.
popping up. But she really is very, very beautiful.
Oh, she was.
Yeah. It's almost like the last week or so, we did a similar story on an Indian girl that did a video.
Right.
and her brother killed her
Right. Well, that was,
because of it.
yeah, that was totally against their morals and their values and their spirituality and their religion.
It was against his, not hers.
Well,
he had no right
in
to
his
kill her.
mind, he's the brother, and you know how that goes.
Yeah.
If the father is not around, the brother gets to make the choice. You learn that actually on The Big Bang Theory.
Is that right? Okay.
That's the truth.
The Big Bang Theory, that's another porno site, isn't it?
Oh,
The Big Bang or
stop
something like that?
it. You know the show.
Yeah.
Funny, funny, funny.
That's right. You know the show. We are Trend Radio. I'm Anthony Vincent.
And I'm Elise.
And we talk about love, lust, romance, and sex.
Mostly sex.
And you're listening to us right now. And
we are fabulous.
that's right. All right, we're going to take a quick break.
Trend Radio continues after this on 920 The Jersey.
Need a salon that's about the whole you? Precision haircuts, flawless makeup, impeccable nails, top-rated professional hair products. Anthony Vincent Salon. Looking for a hairstylist who has his finger on the pulse of all the latest trends? Anthony Vincent Salon. Looking for a dependable salon with over 35 years in the industry? Anthony Vincent Salon. Looking for New York City and internationally trained stylists that will create the perfect look for you? Anthony Vincent Salon. Shine brightly while walking down the aisle. Anthony Vincent Salon. For longer, thicker, beautiful hair extensions, Anthony Vincent Salon. Incredible makeup applications for weddings, proms, or any special occasions. Anthony Vincent Salon. Have dry, brittle summer hair? Get a hot shot. Anthony Vincent Salon. Before you put a ring on it, manicure it. Anthony Vincent Salon. Your image is their specialty. For the 150,000 hairs on your head, there's only one choice. Anthony Vincent Salon. For a more beautiful you, call now 609-448-2212 and follow them on Twitter.
We're talking about a first date.
Aw, first dates. They're so sweet.
Do you remember any of your first dates?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I have the greatest, funniest first date story.
Oh, tell us.
Oh my gosh, it was awful. So it was the summer, and a girlfriend and I were going on a first date with two guys, and I remember exactly what I was wearing. I was wearing white pants and a black shirt, and I had white shoes on. And as I was getting out of her car, because the two of us were meeting the guys,
Sound like an old Jewish man.
I was getting out of her car.
Did you have a white belt also?
No, I was wearing a silver chain belt.
Oh,
It was very sexy outfit. And I got out of the car, and it had been raining a lot the day before. And as I stepped out, my foot sunk completely down into what we thought was like a sand dune, okay? And it went down to my knee. And I got hysterical because we were going to be late. We were going to the movies. And I didn't know what to do. I'm wearing white pants and white shoes. And I have mud up to my knee. So, ladies carry, we always drive around with a lot of different clothing in our car. So I just, right there in the car, shimmied out of these white pants, got rid of the shoes. Everything went into a bag. I'm trying to clean my leg off. Okay. It was ridiculous. It was hard to clean off mud from your leg. And I'm just standing there in panties and my black shirt and my chain belt.
I would have been fine had you gone to a movie dressed that way with
I
me.
shimmied into a pair of black pants at this point, thankfully, and black shoes, but they were cropped pants. And you could still see on one of my legs
The mud.
the mud. And so we had to find a bathroom wherever we were. And the whole time I'm standing there and I'm kind of crossing my legs and putting the other leg in front of the one muddy leg. Oh, it was just terrible. It was really awful. But yeah, the first date went into a second date. It was still good. It was good.
Very, very good story.
It was
Very
a funny
good
story.
So there you go. As much as dating can be fun, it can also be scary too.
That was a scary moment. Come on. My leg was, covered in mud.
That's right. So, even if...
And I just want to say this one other thing.
Listen.
The white pants were never the same. I could never wear them again. Even bleach couldn't take out all that mud.
Oh.
And the shoes, done for. Done for.
Poor Elise.
That's okay.
Well, if you're like me, smoothest cat on the block,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
your first date jitters can be real. I mean, it's not easy to try to sell yourself to a stranger. In fact, first dates can feel almost like a job interview. You list
Yes.
all the reasons you'd be a good fit for your date, your exemplary assets and what you could bring to a possible relationship. And that's just if you're interested. If you're not, then it's even trickier. Now I think, how the hell am I going to get out of here?
Is that what you're thinking?
Well, at least when you were single, how did you and your girlfriends get out of a boring date?
Oh, my God. We did terrible things. Terrible. I don't really even want to say.
Oh, tell us.
We were awful.
I
We
know
had
you were.
emergencies. We didn't actually we had cell phones, but we didn't use them the way we use them today. We used them strictly for emergencies. So it wasn't like we were texting each other or calling each other. And they were actually off and a little big and in our pocketbooks. But seriously, if we were on a bad date, we would get up, we'd go to the bathroom, we'd excuse ourselves, go to the bathroom and stay there, a little bit too long, and then come out, smile and say, sorry, I've got to go. I have an emergency. They wouldn't know exactly what it was that happened, but we would do that. Or we would get up. I actually did this once. I actually got up and left. He didn't even know I left. It was awful. He was mean and rude. And he was such an ass, actually, that I got up and walked out. I didn't even have my car with me. And I didn't even have my phone, nothing. And I just spoke to somebody else and got a ride.
Wow.
He was so awful, I left. Yeah, we did all kinds of things. If we didn't have a good date, oh, terrible. And we weren't as scared, Like now, there's all kinds of really weird people. I know some people that go on dates and they tell me stories that are about first dates that are unbelievable. Some strange guys out there.
Well, fortunately, I never really had any bad dates. And I powered through the few that I had. But the most...
Yeah, but you're the guy. Why should the girl have to deal with that?
Right. Well, let me tell you, this is a true story that did happen to me. I was, and I was beside myself. There was a gal. Now, I must have been in my early 20s. Mm-hmm. I was in business. I had a couple of bucks in my pocket. I dressed nicely, and I drove a Porsche. And
What color?
Silver.
Nice.
Yes. I made arrangements.
What was the
for-
interior?
Black, of course.
Nice.
The gal, I think, was about 18 or 19. And I just was so enamored with her. I just thought she was so sweet, so beautiful. And I made a date and arranged to pick her up on a Saturday night at such and such a time. Well, so I go to her house, I knock on the door, and her mother answers. And she said, "Oh, she's not available. She's not feeling well." And I said, "Well,
Doesn't she know we have a date?
can I see her?" She didn't call or say anything. And, I just want to say hello, make sure she's okay. No, she can't. She can't. And the mother insisted that I leave. I felt awful. I went back to my Porsche, sat in my car, and I sulked for a few minutes. Mm-hmm. And then I see another Mama Luke drive up in a beater, comes out of the car with a freaking top hat. He's got a top hat on.
And she got in the car with him, didn't she?
The mother opened the door. She saw I was still there, and she let the guy in. I never saw the girl again.
Yeah, I have to be honest with you. That is really awful.
Awful.
That is awful. See that? I have to be honest with you, though. It's good that you never saw her again.
And that's why if I've ever was on a date and it wasn't going so good, I made the best of it to make sure whoever I was on the date with, that they had a good time.
That's very nice, but you're very sweet that way. And I'm not as sweet as you when it comes to that.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not. Anytime I had a bad time, or if it was, I mean, I would suffer through it if he was a nice person and I was having a bad time. But if he wasn't a nice person, there was no reason for me to suffer through it. I wasn't going to do it. He wasn't being nice to me. This one in particular, I don't remember doing it more than once, but this one guy, not nice. And he was very critical, and it was the first date. So I was kind of like, really? Like,
If he's going to be that way on the first date.
exactly. He wasn't being nice to me at all, and he criticized me. So I left. I smiled, said, I'll be right back, and I left.
That's funny. I'll be right back. Hold on.
Well, you can imagine me.
Yeah, jerk.
I was pretty simple. Well, he was mean. He was very mean.
So what we're saying is first dates can be pretty awkward.
Sometimes.
But they're also a must that can't be avoided if you're looking
have
for
to-
love.
You have to have a first date in order to have a second, third, fourth, and lifetime of loveliness.
That's right.
Exactly.
So how does one handle having a first date that doesn't end in a horror story?
You know what? I think that you go with a good feeling. First of all, these days, people who go on first dates, they've already spoken to each other for countless hours, and they already know so much about each other. And that's because they actually research each other,
Oh, yes.
and they see each other on whatever site they're on, Match or JDate or Plenty of Fish, all of those. And then they do like an instant checkmate and they really find out about each other. So they know, they do a background check these days. So they know stuff.
Well, with a little experience, you'll learn what works and what doesn't.
Exactly.
And where to find the necessary confidence that makes the first date a breeze. Or at least as breezy as a first date can get.
Breezy. Some of my clients, some of my girlfriends that are going on first dates, they become professional first daters.
Shame.
Yeah.
That's their problem.
Yeah, it's a shame. I know somebody actually, she goes on so many first dates, but she goes on some second dates too, because I always say you have to give everybody a second chance, because the first time, you're a little uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. The second time, then you're a little bit more relaxed.
Well, Thomas Edwards, he's founder of The Professional Wingman. And he has a great confidence builder for, when you're talking to someone new.
Okay.
What he says is assume everybody loves you.
Oh.
Basically treat them like they're someone you already know.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And, that makes you look like a great person.
Absolutely. I have to tell you, I think that you and I actually, when we meet people at our events and whatnot, we actually do that.
Thank you for saying that. I do. I try to.
Thank you for saying that. I'm saying it about both of us, not just about you.
That's what I meant. You noticed.
I do, because we do
I
that.
always try to make people. See, you're natural at it. It
So are
just
you.
comes out. I have to work a little bit.
You don't work hard at it. You're a natural sweetheart.
That's true. That's
You
true,
are.
I am.
You absolutely are. And you have a gift. You have an absolute gift. You go beyond the sweetheartness and you go right for the jugular. You start complimenting even the frumpy ones.
And they're the ones that really need it. If I could make a frumpy girl feel pretty,
You do it beautifully.
thank you.
You
That's-
do. You have a
know,
secret weapon. You make women feel beautiful.
It's important. The pretty ones are probably so damn insecure, they don't know how to feel beautiful, but they hear all the time, oh,
How
you're so-"
beautiful they are.
Yeah, I will not tell a pretty girl how beautiful she is. In fact, I'll try to come up with something as a little, I don't want to say put down, but
Oh no, you don't put anybody down. But no, I've seen you with, the ones that aren't pretty, and what was it that you said? The homely ones are what?
much more appreciative.
He always says that. Yes, but you actually go after those,
Yes.
the ones that are not pretty, and you make them feel pretty, which is a lovely gift.
that I do treat that as a gift.
It is a gift.
Yeah.
It is absolutely a gift.
You know, some people think that you should always be 10% detached from your date, and the whole thing, and you will always hold the power. Now, I don't agree with that.
I think that if you put 100% into something, you're going to hopefully get 100% out of it. And that's what I really believe. I don't think you should be detached from anything on a first date, because the reality is that the first date could lead to a second date, and then again, a lifetime of bliss. And you don't want to hold back on something that you don't know what it could be. If you hold back and they hold back and they sense that, there's not going to be a second date.
That's right.
There's not going to be a chance, because they're going to say, what's she doing, or what's he doing? You feel that. Mm-hmm. Be open. The first date, you have to be open and be confident and smile and be yourself.
And I always say, smile with red lipstick.
Oh yeah.
When you put on red lipstick, you become the most confident woman in the room.
You know, I have to tell you, you know how I exude confidence?
Yes.
It's just a gift I have.
Yes,
I am
you do.
extremely confident. But you know I wear red lipstick too.
Yes.
Yes. I'm not wearing it today, but
all of our meet and greets, everyone wants to meet you.
Every single time we do an event.
And I always tell you, red lipstick. Don't I tell you that?
You do tell me that, but you don't necessarily have to, Daddy, because I know to. I wear it anyway, with or without you.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's true.
You're so smug. So, why not try dating a single mom while you're at it?
Well, I have to be honest. I wouldn't be interested in that, but no. Dating a single mom is probably wonderful, and also a little scary probably for the guy, especially if the guy doesn't have children or isn't ready for that level of relationship. So that could be a little bit hard for a guy. I think it could be, wonderful in some senses, but, it could also be very difficult.
Yeah, I've never dated a single mom, because it always seemed to me that any fight or aggravation that you would encounter will be because of the little rugrat.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily call the child a rugrat, but
a brat.
I wouldn't do that either, because you don't know. This is not your child. This is not your kid.
That's true, and again, that's why I would not necessarily date someone.
I don't think that would be a good thing for you.
No, I don't think so either.
Yeah.
Considering I've been dating the same woman for so long.
Yeah, but I'm talking about before that.
And I have like the perfect life. The last thing that I want to do is introduce a single mom into it. No, thank you.
Yeah, and quite frankly, I don't think you'd be able to introduce that now.
Especially
not at this point in your life. Can you imagine that? Who's this? And what's her kid's name? And why is she here? Uh-huh. What do you think? Really? Really? Oh, no. Santeria. No.
Honey, this is Suzanne, and she offers her experience, and she says,
"Yeah, I'll show you experience. I can hear this right now. I'll show you some experience. Get her off the porch. Get her off the porch. But wait a minute. Wait. Get her off the porch. But the child, I have a lollipop. I can see this right now. I have a lollipop for the little girl."
Well, Suzanne's not sure she wanted to be labeled a MILF. But, Suzanne, that is one of the highest compliments you can get, is to be called a MILF.
Absolutely.
It really is.
Agreed.
And I would appreciate the concept of being desired and accepted. And, a mom, a single mom, an adult woman, they like sex, they like wine, they like the perfect steak. maybe I should meet her.
Yeah, I don't know.
Never mind. Anyway, what Suzanne's saying is sometimes she likes to run, but she's also a working professional. And she says that being a mom has contributed most to developing the sexiest parts of her single life along the way. You know, she's gotten to know enough other moms that also offer, you know, a little bit of advice on why dating a single mom could really lead to your best relationship ever.
Wow.
And she gave us a few tips.
Well, you know, I imagine that, you know, a single mother just does not have any time for crap. There's no time for games. She doesn't play games.
Yeah, that's really interesting. That is right.
You know, she's got a kid. You know, she's got a life. She's got to work. She's got to take care of things and be straight to the point.
She spends her time earning the money, taking care of people. You know, her life is focused on making sure that everyone has
Everything they need.
Before they need it.
Exactly. But you know what? I have to tell you, I actually do that, and I'm not a single mom. I make sure everybody has exactly what they need before they need it too.
That's you. Yes,
Yeah,
you absolutely
that is
do
true.
that. And I admire that about you also.
Well, thank you.
You know, you're very kind. You're very giving. You're bitchy at times. But I know
He just can't
that
give me a full
it's-
compliment.
I know that it's frustration.
He just can't give me a full
because
compliment.
you can't get your
It's
way
amazing.
all the time because you're so
Damn controlling.
You see,
yeah,
she admits
I
it.
can say it along
And
with him because he says it
admitting-
constantly.
Admitting your problem is half the battle, Elise.
And
It's
half the battle is me admitting that my co-host is half the problem. Or maybe more than half.
Well, on top of all of the single mom's responsibilities, she's probably dreaming of a man who won't let her do all of those things.
You know, you're probably right. I actually know somebody who was complaining about her life and the fact that she is a single mom and she doesn't have anybody to help take out the garbage. And that's a problem for her. You know, she wants somebody to help her with something.
Maybe I should start a new company and we'll call it Rent a Husband.
Rent a guy.
Yeah, rent a guy. And, you know, we'll have certain menus where take out the garbage, cut the grass, clean the basement, change the oil in the car for X amount of dollars a month for that. And then one for fix the leaky roof, get the faucet, paint the living room.
I think that person's name is Pete. Handyman?
Yeah, that would be my handyman service, Rent a Husband.
Yeah.
Of course,
You'd be calling it
I
Rent a
am-
Pete.
I am a businessman. I would not do these repairs myself. I would subcontract it out.
I know you would.
Just like Donald Trump would do, our future president. Donald Trump would
We are not a political show.
No,
We are not
but
a
we can
political
get
show.
things done
We
together.
are not a political show.
We could make this single women's dating fun again.
Oh gosh.
Anyway, guys, my recommendation is take the initiative. Make the first move. Don't let her guess whether you want to see her or when you want to plan a date. Relieve her of the typical dating frustrations, and she will focus on showering you with the love and attention she gives the other VIPs in her life.
Nice.
Yeah, she's a natural caregiver.
Nice.
You know, that really does sound nice. And I've never dated a single mom.
Yeah.
Maybe I was wrong.
Well, I think it's too late to find out now.
I was wrong once,
Once.
but I was mistaken. You know, long-term relationships and marriage, they sometimes lead to routine and boredom.
Oh my gosh, absolutely. You know, you get caught up in life itself.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of forget what's important.
That's right.
You do.
You know, and what we always say, lack of communication is a major contributor to broken relationships.
Absolutely.
You know?
And then what happens? I'll tell you. Vanilla sex happens.
Ooh.
And I'm not
don't like
saying
vanilla sex.
It's not like vanilla ice. It's vanilla sex.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
So if you want some hot, steamy chocolate sex, find a way to liven things up.
that's right, because you can bet any failed marriage probably has had some failure in the bedroom, too.
Absolutely.
You know, and guys, you really have a huge opportunity for a lot of fun with her as your next partner. You know, being single, again, it can be sexually liberating for her.
Absolutely.
So be
And she's
confident
going
and
to
take
want-
control.
She's going to want to not only impress you, but impress herself. If you think about that.
That's right. You know, the some of the best sex I've ever had
This
was
has nothing to do with I. Did you ever in your life hear somebody say I so much? Ego? We should be filming his faces again.
Never mind. So this is what you should do. Okay, you got a single mom there. Vanilla sex, boredom, too much going on with the baby, not enough help at home. Ask her about her sexual fantasies.
Yes.
She's probably more willing to talk about them and act on these fantasies that she didn't get in her previous relationship.
Yes, I'm sure that is the truth.
And don't be creepy about it. Just talk about it. And
Yeah, ask her a question. She will give you an answer.
continue to encourage her to speak about what she likes. And it's likely that you'll ever be bored in the bedroom again.
And you know what? When she's telling you what she likes, make sure
Take notes.
you're doing what she likes.
Mm-hmm. And with a single mom, biological clocks don't matter anymore.
I guess it depends, though, on if she wants more kids.
Well, different story, but
You know?
you remember Marissa Torme and My Cousin Vinny?
Marissa Tomei.
Yes, she rocketed
My biological clock is ticking.
ticking and ticking and ticking.
Mm-hmm.
That one scene rocketed her to stardom.
She's so adorable.
Yes, she is, and still is.
Adorable, absolutely. She just gets better with age, that one.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, don't you hate it when you start dating a girl and she's immediately fast forwards to marriage and babies? Mm-mm. No, thank you.
Well, I don't know. I wouldn't know about that, but I do have
What's your
some
girlfriends?
friends, some of my girlfriends that, you know, years ago, they were single and they wanted more than anything to be with a guy and have a family.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like immediate. I think that's a turnoff.
Oh, me too.
Such a turnoff.
Because does she really want the guy, or does she just want his sperm to make the babies?
Exactly.
That's my question. I've seen that with several of our clients.
Well, it's not just the sperm that she wants. She wants somebody to take out the garbage. Think about it. And somebody to pay for it too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I know girls like that. And they still want to continue their tennis lessons. Uh-huh.
With the tennis buff?
Understand?
I mean buff.
You got it?
Mm-hmm.
You got what I'm saying, you? Mm-hmm.
What single moms want is a confident guy and great sex that does not lead to a baby. Now, you were just saying, some single moms would love to meet a new partner and continue to grow their family.
Absolutely.
Stay away from those guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, they're not for everyone. But
And you know what? She's going to say, I want you to meet my children. And then you know what's going to happen? The kids are going to fall in love with
That's
you.
right. Don't do
You're
that.
going to fall in love with the kids. And then the next thing you know it, she's having tennis lessons with the tennis pro.
Mm-hmm.
She's done with you. The kids are upset. And so are you.
that's right. Dr. Laura says, do not meet the kids until you have a ring and a date.
Absolutely. Good.
You know, and you may never meet them, or it might not happen for a very long time. But,
Exactly.
you know, find out whether your needs and expectations match about raising a family. 'Cause
Absolutely.
I've
and
heard so many
and
stories.
here's the thing, horror stories, because she's already got a family. And so you're becoming part of her family.
That's right.
You know, so you have to be very careful there too. So there's good points and bad points. The good ones, she can be very desirable. The bad points, well, we talked about that.
And you don't have to worry about the relationship based upon her ticking clock.
No.
You know, single moms really have developed desirable qualities of successful women.
Because they have to do everything.
That's right. She's
So-
ambitious.
The reason is she has no choice but to be.
That's right. Could
She
manage
is
multiple tasks
A
simultaneous.
multitasker queen.
That's right.
Because
She's
she has to be.
routine driven.
Because she has to be.
And she's able to adapt to the unexpected.
Because she has to be.
That's right. She's able to balance earning a living with being available to her family.
Yeah. She has no choice. She has to be. She's got to be mommy and daddy most times.
That's right. She's got responsibilities with little or no training.
Because she has to be.
She's incredibly loyal.
Yeah.
You know,
I have to give it to single moms. Doing what they do is amazing.
and she doesn't need you to take care of her kids, and it's likely that she'd let you try anyhow.
But it's likely she doesn't need you to take care of her. But she might want you to.
Show her your own strengths and how you can contribute in your own unique way.
To balance a lovely partnership.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dating a single mom could be your hottest relationship ever.
If you do it the right way.
That's right. Single moms are direct when dating. They're sexually adventurous and have well-developed life skills. And they aren't forcing a biological timeline.
You better go and find her before someone else does.
That's right.
She's not going to wait around.
Go find her first. So we've determined that dating a single mom could be a lot of fun.
Yes.
But what about when your mom starts dating again?
Make sure you tune in next week to find out about that.
And we're going to tell you all about it.
Look how I stole his thunder there.
So we're gonna kiss off and say goodbye. But wait, we still have a few minutes left.
Let's talk about kissing. Mwah.
Another new study about kissing just came out.
Okay.
And kissing really is a big deal.
It's an absolutely very big deal.
That's right. It's there's a weird paradox out there in the dating world. On one hand, you know that Mr. or Mrs. Right will magically appear when the time is right.
Exactly.
And that being single until then, it is totally the norm. On the other hand, it's expected that you use Tinder's gender update to pull in more potential suitors than ever before. Now, by the way, everything I hear on Tinder it's just a place to hook up.
All about the hookup. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what Tinder is.
Elise, let's set up an account for me so that we can talk more about this subject. I think it'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Last time I set up an account for you, though, then you just kept getting all the emails and you made me unsubscribe.
Oh, well, they were stupid.
I know
so
they
this
were
might
stupid.
be stupid, too.
This will be definitely stupid because you're going to get in trouble.
Oh, no, it's all for the
You're going to get
research,
in trouble.
all for research.
You can't help it yourself get in trouble.
Alrighty, let's get back to this kissing survey.
Okay, it's all about kissing.
Alrighty, the study surveyed over 300 men and 600 women, asking them to answer about the importance of kissing in both short-term and long-term relationships.
Okay. Very important in both.
Okay. And what they say is, in choosing partners, we have to deal with the questions. How long do you wait for Mr. Right to come along when you can't wait forever? And and there may be a lot of women waiting just for him. Now, Robin Dunbar, he's one of the authors of this study, and he says, at what point do you have to compromise? Kissing plays a role in assessing a potential partner.
I think that it does, because how you kiss yourself and how you kiss each other proves to show what's going to happen, what's going to be with your relationship.
That's right.
You know, the intensity, the emotion, the
endorphins
way
that
it
go off
feels,
in your brain.
The way, of course, well, it's all about the endorphins and the dopamine and the serotonin and your brain and your chemicals, but how you feel when you're kissing that person.
And it depends on how much testosterone is in the man's saliva that is transferred to the woman while they're kissing.
Is it magical? I said that twice.
Oh, it is magical.
Well,
that's
it
worth
depends.
saying twice.
It
is
depends.
magical.
See, it's true.
There are 6 type of chemistry that affect compatibility in a relationship.
Okay.
And the study found that kissing is an important measure for evaluating potential partners, primarily in 3 ways.
I kind of said that.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course you did. Now, it's evaluating mate suitability.
Exactly.
Now, they assessed that kissing a romantic potential partner during menstruation helps a woman assess the genetic quality of a potential mate.
Okay. And you know what? Kissing creates feelings of attachment and bonding.
Yes, it does.
Okay. And what kind of better bonding is there than solid lip lock,
Yummy, yummy.
Think about that.
Put a lip lock on my love muscle.
Okay. And it's really not just about sex.
No.
No.
Kissing was found to correlate to sexual relations and feelings, and the research showed that the kissing isn't the primary factor in initiating sex.
Yes, but the authors noted people's satisfaction with the amount of both kissing and sex did tally with the quality of that relationship.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, the study also found that kissing isn't just important at the beginning of the relationship. It's important all the time.
Kiss early, kiss often, kiss passionately. Science says so. You've been listening to Trend Radio, where we talk about what's hot every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Do you want more? Go right to our website, 920thejersey.com, click on demand, and scroll directly to us.
And get the lowdown on getting down. Tune into your bad boy inside you.
Or your bad girl.
Listen each week. We always have something sexy to say. Got questions? Email us now at trendradio920@gmail.com. You'll be glad you did.
And remember, your smile is your logo. Your personality is your business card.
But how you make people feel, well, that becomes your trademark.
I'm Anthony Vincent.
And I'm Elise.
And we'll talk to you next week.
Bye for now.